Hey my friends, welcome to Joey's Tech. In this video, we will learn all about Pandas Dataframes. To master Pandas, you must know what a data frame is because data frame is the most important part of Python Pandas library, I can say with confidence. And in this video, we will explore the data frames, know its basics. So, what is a data frame? When we have to analyze a structured data in Pandas, we need something to store the data into, and then only we can think of manipulating it or analyzing it. So we need a data structure to store the data, and that data structure is the data frame. So what is a data frame? You must remember that Pandas data frame is a data structure. But what kind of data structure is a data frame? Data frame is a two-dimensional data structure, just like an Excel spreadsheet or a SQL table, in which rows correspond to records and columns correspond to attributes or features. You can see that this is a Pandas data frame. It is a two-dimensional labeled data structure which is used to store and analyze data in Python. The horizontal slice of data that you see in this data frame is a row, and the vertical slices of data represent columns of the data frames. We will not leave row and columns to one line of understanding. Let's dig deeper and make them a part of our subconscious. So let's understand what is a row in a data frame. In a Pandas data frame, a row represents a single observation or record in the dataset. Each row typically corresponds to a specific entity such as a sample, an individual, or an event depending on the context of the dataset. Rows are organized in a tabular format with each row containing values for the various columns of the data frame. For example, this is a data frame that contains weather data. Each row contains weather information on a particular date of a particular city in a particular state, such as the precipitation level, the month, the year, the station location, and the state. Now these rows can be selected, filtered, and manipulated using various methods and functions provided by the Pandas library that we'll see in the later videos. Now let's find out what is a column in the data frame. A column in a Pandas data frame represents a vertical series of values corresponding to a specific attribute or feature of the dataset. Columns provide a structured way to organize and store data, allowing for easy retrieval, manipulation, and analysis. With Pandas' robust functionality, columns can be accessed, modified, and transformed to derive insights and perform advanced data analysis. Now, let's look at one important feature of Pandas data frame that needs your special attention: index. You see this column over here in blue? That's actually not a column of the data frame, but it's an index. An index is a unique identifier assigned to each row, serving as a reference or label for accessing and manipulating the data within the data frame. Think of it as a row level identifier or a bookmark that allows you to quickly locate and retrieve specific rows of data. By default, Pandas assigns a numeric index starting from 0 to each row in the data frame. However, you can customize the index to be based on any column or a combination of columns in the data frame, such as location, dates, etc. This flexibility in index creation allows for efficient data retrieval and manipulation based on meaningful labels rather than just numeric positions. But why we need index? Because index plays a crucial role in efficient retrieval, data alignment, joining, and reshaping operations within Pandas, facilitating advanced data analysis tasks. If you have watched this video till here, that means you know data frames now. But let's dissect data frames a bit by knowing what they are made of. And let me tell you, this information is going to help you big time when you will write the code for advanced data manipulation and analysis in Pandas. So what are data frames made of? Data frames are made of series objects. And what are series objects? They are one-dimensional arrays. So each column that you see in a data frame is a series object. And each row is a list of values. Remember, each column is a series object and each row is a list of values. Now, before we jump onto the data types, let's learn a bit about the uses of data frames. Pandas data frames are used for organizing, analyzing, and manipulating structured data, providing a structured way to work with datasets of various sizes and complexities. Data frames can be used to perform various operations on data, such as filtering, sorting, and grouping. We can also use data frames to create visualizations such as charts and graphs. Now we have learned the basics of data frames. Let's know a little bit about Pandas data types. Each column in a Pandas data frame contains data of a consistent data type. And I think you should know about these data types at this stage because they will come in handy during data analysis. So, following are the data types available in Pandas. Number 1 is object. So a Pandas data frame column of this data type is going to hold text or mixed numeric type or non-numeric values. Number 2 is int 64. As it goes by the name, a Pandas column of this data type is going to hold integer numbers. Number 3 is float 64. This data type is there to hold floating point numbers, very much self-explanatory. Number 4 is bool. A Pandas data frame column of bool data type is going to contain true false values. Number 5 is date time 64. A Pandas data frame column of this data type is going to hold date and time values. Again, very much self-explanatory. And then we have time delta. So a column of this data type is going to hold differences between two date times. And finally, we have category. A column of category data type is going to hold finite list of text values. Alright, so we have covered a lot on the basics of data frames and I believe we have explored it completely. Now, get ready to create data frames from various data structures such as lists, dictionaries, and also load data into data frames from Excel, JSONs, and CSVs. And you can learn all that by watching this video. I'll see you in this video. Till then, goodbye and take very good care of yourself.